The hidden agenda behind Sunday worship revealed. They said it was Christian. They said it was for the resurrection. They said it replaced the Sabbath. They lied. Sunday worship, the most widespread religious practice in the modern world, wears a Christian mask. But behind the veil of sermons and stained glass lies a sinister agenda, one that began not in Jerusalem, but in Babylon and Rome, one that has nothing to do with Jesus and everything to do with rebellion, power, and control. Open your eyes, O Christian. You've been deceived. The true Sabbath, the seventh day, Saturday, was hallowed by God at creation. Genesis chapter 2, 2-3. Not a Jewish law, but a creation command. The fourth commandment, spoken by the mouth of God, written with his own finger in stone, says, "Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy." Exodus 28. Yet somehow Sunday, the first day of the week, replaced it? Not by God, not by Christ, not by the apostles. So how? Enter the Roman Empire. In the 4th century, Constantine, still worshipping the sun god Mithra, merged paganism with a compromised church. In 321 AD, he passed a law declaring, "Let all people rest on the venerable day of the sun." The church didn't resist. They embraced it. The Catholic Church later declared with arrogant authority, "The Church changed the observance of the Sabbath to Sunday, not by command of God, but by its own authority." This is the hidden agenda. Sunday worship is the mark of human power trying to override the authority of God. It is the evidence of man sitting in the temple of God, showing himself as if he were God. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, 3-4. Sunday worship is not just error, it is open rebellion. You say, "But Jesus rose on Sunday." Yes, he did. But where did he tell us to change the Sabbath to honor that? Nowhere, not one verse. You say, the early church gathered on Sunday. They gathered daily, Acts 2:46, not to replace the Sabbath, but to worship every day. Yet only one day was set apart as holy, the 7th day. So why push Sunday? Because Sunday worship is a counterfeit seal. Where God says, "Remember," man says, "Forget." Where God says, "My holy day," tradition says, "Our new day." It's about authority, control, deception. Revelation 13 reveals a power that causes the whole world to worship the beast and receive his mark. Revelation 14:12 answers with God's people, those who keep his commandments and have the faith of Jesus. The Sabbath is the dividing line. It is the test of loyalty. This is not just about a day, it's about allegiance. Do you obey the Creator or the creature? Do you follow Christ or Constantine? Do you stand on Scripture or sink in tradition? Isaiah 58:13 calls the Sabbath my holy day. Malachi 3:6 declares, "I change not." Mark 7:9 warns, "You reject the commandment of God to keep your tradition." And still pastors preach Sunday, priests sanctify it, imams mock both, and the world sleeps under deception. But today, truth wakes the sleeping. The hidden agenda behind Sunday worship is now exposed. It was never about Christ. It was always about control, of minds, of nations, of worship. It was a system of spiritual Babylon, cloaked in holy robes. Now you must choose. Obey the command of God or the tradition of men. Stand with the Creator or bow to the beast. Enter the rest of the true Sabbath or follow the counterfeit to destruction. There is no middle ground. You've seen the truth. Now, will you obey